you've never been able to go viral on TikTok, or you might have gone viral in the past and you've been struggling to go viral since, this is going to be the best video that you've ever watched before on YouTube, because by the end of it, you're going to know exactly what you need to do to explode on TikTok with the current TikTok algorithm. I'm going to be sharing with you exactly what kind of content you should be creating, where you should be finding viral ideas, and so many other things. In fact, this creator right here just took all the advice that I'm about to share with you and gained over 80,000 followers. And this creator, over 120,000 followers, and they're over 60 years old, so what's your excuse? Change number one is that you need to change the way that you think about how you actually get views on TikTok, because here's the deal. You only get views based off of how many people are interested in whatever type of content you just created. And this goes for several different things. First, is it a short video or is it a longer video? Secondly, what kind of format is that post in? And then third, what is the actual topic of the post? Now, way too many people make the mistake of thinking that all these things remain constant, when in fact, they actually don't remain constant at all. For example, right now, if you make content on the Olympics, you're going to get a lot of views because a lot of people are interested in the Olympics right now. But if you make content about the Olympics in 6 months, you're not going to get anywhere near as many views. And you need to think about this not just with the Olympics, but also with the type of content that you're currently trying to create. Because whether or not you're trying to educate somebody or entertain somebody, it doesn't actually matter, because you can simply do a search on TikTok and be able to figure out whether or not people are interacting with the content that you are about to create. The way that you do this is simply do a search for something on TikTok, click into the filters, go to 7 days. If those videos showing up do not have the amount of views that you would like to get on your post, well then guess what? It's simply not going to happen, and you need to choose a new topic for you to be able to create a piece of content on, because odds are you're actually not going to get that many views if there weren't other pieces of content on that same topic that got a lot of views, because that's how TikTok actually works when it comes to people being interested in the piece of content you're creating, the format you're creating it, and the length in which you're creating it. But that's not the only thing you need to be doing. In fact, there are 3 other things that you need to do if you want to explode your reach on TikTok. The next thing that you need to do is you need to go into your TikTok studio and you need to go down and see what kind of things they're actually recommending for you. Now, you can do this from several different ways. First, you could search by different niches within there and look for trending creators or trending posts. Or if you go into recommendations, this is going to show you other content creators that your followers watch. It's going to show you trending content creators within your niche and other posts that your followers interact with. And guess what? This is the easiest way for you to be able to really quickly come up with a lot of post ideas, know what formats are working, what lengths are working, and ultimately what topics are working. And then if you create a piece of content that hits one of those topics, well, guess what? It's actually going to skyrocket the reach that you're getting right now on TikTok, because again, there's going to be a large target audience for the amount of people that you could be going after. Now think about it like this. If you were to make a video and let's say 100,000 people could be interested in it, you're probably gonna get 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 views. There's a very low chance that every single one of those people that are interested in that topic actually sees that piece of content. So what I would do is take the content that other people are doing, you recreate it, and then boom, TikTok is going to show that content to those people that watch that past content. And if you don't believe me, I want you to actually test this on your own TikTok. I want you to log on to TikTok after you finish watching this video. Interact with a few pieces of content. Get off of TikTok and now come back to TikTok, and I can guarantee that you're gonna get shown that same type of content over and over again. And the reason for this is because that's how TikTok works. They're really just trying to manipulate what people are interested in. But that's actually not the only way for you to be able to get content ideas, because TikTok actually just released a new feature that I'm going to share with you in just 1 second. But first, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, I literally upload a video every single day about how to grow on these platforms. In addition to that, I just created a free TikTok growth course. You can get it at the pinned comment below. It's going to teach you things like the best time to post, the best hashtags to use, and how to make money on TikTok. So what are you waiting for? Go to that pinned comment below and get into it right now. It's a bunch of information you'll never see on my YouTube channel. And if you need another way for you to be able to get good content ideas, here's what you need to do. You need to come to TikTok on a desktop. I then want you to come to Explore right here, because you can literally only see this from a desktop. This is going to show you content in basically every single niche. So it's going to show you stuff that's trending under all, stuff in singing and dancing, comedy, and then you can keep scrolling down. This literally has every single type of niche that you could possibly imagine. But you don't want to stop there. So what you want to do, something like this, daily life. Excuse me, sir. So what you want to see here is this video was posted on 6/15. Now it's still trending. So this is again, a video that you can recreate, or if you went ahead and actually click into this creator and then you scroll down a little bit, you're going to be able to see all their posts that got a lot of views and their posts that didn't get a lot of views by simply coming over here to new and clicking popular. What this is going to show you is all of their most viral posts. So as you can see, literally this one, this one, this one. So 3 of their top 5 most viral posts are literally basically the same exact thing. So what does that mean? That if you create a post like that, the same exact thing, there's a high likelihood will actually happen to you, because this is something that TikTok is pushing like crazy. And guess what? You should be doing that same exact type of content, because clearly TikTok is telling you this is what the audience wants to see. And what you don't want to do is get in the habit of posting something, not getting any views, and you thinking that there's something wrong with the audience. There isn't something wrong with the audience. There's something wrong with the post that you created or the type of content that you're trying to push out. And there are 2 other things that I need to make sure that you're doing. And please make sure that you don't skip the last one, because it's by far the most important. If you skip that one, you could implement everything that I've shared with you in this video, but it's not going to work. Now, the third change that you need to make sure that you're making is you need to actually break your videos out into chunks. Let me explain what I mean by this. If you're creating a video that is 5 to 20 seconds long, you should only be creating 3 to 5 seconds at a time for that video, because you need to have constant clip changes, you need to have rehooks, you need to have certain edits, and you need to think about somebody's viewing experience like that, because every 3 to 5 seconds, you're going to be reevaluating whether or not they want to keep watching this video, and you need to keep dragging them along. I'm going to show you an example of how other creators do this in just a second, but first I wanted to tell you about longer form content. So if your content's over 60 seconds long, you could do this at a little bit of a slower pace. You can actually do this in the beginning, still at 3 to 5 seconds for the first 20 seconds, and then you can move this to like every 7 seconds. But essentially, you need to keep having transition phrases, you need to keep showing stuff on the screen, and you need to keep rehooking the audience in so that they want to keep watching that piece of content, because otherwise, people have stuff going on. They might be in class, they might be using the bathroom, they might be on the subway, they might have kids yelling in the background. They might be the kid yelling in the background, and you need to make sure that you keep rehooking them to keep their attention and basically hypnotize them into watching your content. Now, to show you a perfect example of this, I wanted to show you what one of my clients, Nick, does. So he's been able to gain over 66,000 followers in a really short period of time by implementing hacks like this. And as you can see, he doesn't always do it. But in this video right here, he did a really awesome job of it. So this video got 690,000 views. It is 29 seconds long. If we refresh this, you'll be able to see that. Okay, so 29 seconds long. So let's look at what Nick does. So again, 29-second video. Every 3 to 5 seconds, he needs to be changing something. So the way that he starts this video off is American Express Gold Card new update. The reason that he made a video on this and then puts increased fees is because this is a new update that happened within his niche. A lot of people are interested in this, and a lot of people are interested in American Express, and nobody wants to spend more money. So right away, the hook is good, the topic is good. This is something a lot of people are going to be interested in. Now, if we contrast that, if I come over to one of his other views before we actually walk through this video, this one right here is the Bilt credit card huge change. I have no idea what that is. And I have a ton of different credit cards, and you might not know what that is either. So guess what? This video didn't do anywhere near as well, simply because of the topic. He could have done the same format, could have implemented the same hacks, but simply the topic was something that way less people are interested in, like I shared with you in tip number 1 and tip number 2, and that's why this video didn't do good. It's not actually a reflection of him or how bad the video was. It was simply just that the topic wasn't that good. So if we watch this video right here,
American Express is changing the game.
So what he did there was hook the person in. Now 3 seconds in, look at what happens. He gives the hook, and then he has a clip change right here. Boom. And then what's happening is he is scanning along with his finger. Guess what this did? It reset the viewer's attention. It hypnotized them into needing to continue to watch the video. Now, if we scroll forward a little bit more, guess what we're going to see? The same exact thing right here, where he actually clicks on the link again 5 seconds later. And then as you can see, this is going to change the screen that shows up. And then guess what he does a few seconds later? Shows himself. And then guess what he does a few seconds later? Shows the screen again. And I literally haven't watched this video before, but I know that he is doing that every 4 to 7 seconds-ish because this video did so well. And it's the same exact thing that you have to be doing in your content if you want to be successful. Now finally, we need to talk about the most important thing that you need to be doing on TikTok right now, because you could do the 3 things that I just shared with you right, but if 70% of people aren't watching the first 3 seconds of your video, aka that your hook was good the first 3 seconds, or that the topic was good and interesting, well guess what? TikTok isn't gonna push out your content if you're not able to get 70% of people to watch those first 3 seconds. And then the second thing you need to be focused on is getting rid of any area in your retention graph where there is a huge dip. You want your retention graph to be as flat as humanly possible. If you find a good topic, you can literally create several different videos on that same exact topic and just retry every time to try to get that retention graph good. And this is how you're actually going to blow up on TikTok. Now, let me ask you a question. Don't you think that it would be way easier to grow on TikTok, get monetized on TikTok, and get more followers on TikTok if you had somebody like me actually looking at your content, critiquing you, telling you what kind of content to create? Well, let me ask you another question if you answered yes to that. Why haven't you checked out this video right here where I literally walk you through the 3 different ways that we could work together so I can guarantee that you grow quick on TikTok the same way I helped all the different clients that I shared with you in this video? What are you waiting for? I'll see you over there.